Hello everyone, this is Ritesh from Dancing with Data. Today we are going to compare measures with respect to calculated columns as far as Power BI is concerned. So how can we simplify this? Because this is one of the confusing topic that you can say if you're just starting with Power BI. So I just try to simplify this. I hope it makes sense. I say that columns are like a house room. These are like a house rooms and tents measures are like tents. So what is the difference? Like for a house room, it will be permanent with your house. It will be created once only. On other side, measures, this will be created on the fly whenever it is needed. In both the cases, maybe you are doing this for your guest. So it will take some space. This is quite flexible. Yes, there will be some manual work over here. So whenever you will recreate it, you will have to do it from scratch, create this, and again, you can just dismantle it. On the other side, this is a one-time phenomenon. Okay, so how the hell we can compare this with columns and measures? So let us see. Now, what is a calculated column? This is just like in another column. Really? Okay, then let us create it and see the later points. For example, this is our data set, and I am very interested to get the profit ratio over there. Higher the profit ratio, that means better the performance of that very particular order ID. So how do you create that? You can see there is a different options for you. I go with the new column because I want to create a new column. That's it. Now here I can give some name, say profit ratio, which is nothing but a ratio between profit and sales. Remember that when you do measure, then it will not work. Means you'll have to go give aggregate measure over there. I say profit. I can rectify the name profit ratio. So we do have profit ratio with us. Okay, fair enough. This is looking like just another column which is based on the columns that you had already. Let me zoom in to show you this profit under field, and please check this icon which shows you the column and the aggregate is there because this is based on a numeral value. And yes, this is updating each row of our data set. So all the rows are affected. This can be used as filters in a slicer. Now that's the interesting point. Also, this can be your thumb rule that once you are creating a calculated column, maybe you want that field to be used in the slicer and that's why you are creating a calculated column over there instead of a measure. That means now I want to analyze my IDs over there. So first of all, let me bring the new calculated column over there. Now I want to analyze only the profit ratios which are between like 0.5 to 1. So I am free to bring that very particular new calculated column to my slices, and now it is very convenient for me to give any range over there, say in this case 0.5 to 1, and I can see all the order IDs ranging from zero point 0.5 to 1 as far as profit ratio is concerned. The next point is pretty common to both, created by using DAX formulas, data analysis expression. Now the last 2 points stored in memory database and will increase the size of the data model. And okay, let's discuss about this one. Go back to data. So definitely a new column has been created. And likewise, if you are to add few more columns over there, just remember that this will be a part of your data set. And with the import next time, you are increasing the size of your data set, right? Or say import data set. So you're increasing the size. So that thing that you need to keep in your mind. And hence, this is stored in memory database. The other point, recalculation only during the time of data refresh. That means whenever this data will refresh or whenever you will import this data set, at that time only this calculation will work. Otherwise, at a report level, it will not recalculate. So it's like a one-time recalculation at the time of refresh or import. And that's why this is like a room in your house where you construct the new room when yes, you are expecting a guest, but you have a space, enough space. You have created this once only. Although you can refresh means you can have new bed sheets and also you can refresh. it. So that's what I mean by although you can refresh, but the room will be created once only. Okay, fair enough. So let me create one more new column and that I will use this column in my measure. Okay, so this very particular will give me profit level. So I'm just making use of this switch statement there. Also, one suggestion I would give you that, just ensure that where are you under column tools or measure, just to ensure that whether you're creating a new column or you are creating a new measure. So right now, this is a simple formula that will give me, that will categorize my profit, right? If it is more than 1000 high, less than 500 low, or else it should be medium, like 500 to 1000. Okay, fair enough. So I've got this very particular new column. So I have two new columns over there. One is profit ratio and the other is check profit label. You can see the icon over there. Both are same. Okay, fair enough. So what are measures? These are always used as an aggregation. We'll see that means it should start with some average because these are measures, right? These are acting on a number of elements to give you one output. So this should be aggregation. Change on the fly with the context, right? If you am choosing central region, it should change according to the context, central, east, west, or south. So as per your filter, it will change. This is CPU centric. Every time it will recalculate with the context. This is not a part of data model, so it will not be a part of the data set that you see. It will not, there will not be a new column. These are again created by DEX formulas. Recalculation after every change in the context. And the evaluation context is, if first it will evaluate, then examine, then it will aggregate. It will not work with slicer. That was the differentiator that we talked about earlier. So now let us try to create a measure that is based on the calculated column check profit level. Okay, I go back to my report and I say new measure. So I say high profit orders and I calculate, say some of, remember here, if I just put profit over there, nothing will come up. So it expect you to start with an aggregation since this is a measure, and I say, okay, get me profit. And after that filter is, we have created this new check profit level, right? So I'll make use of that check profit level. And when it is equal to high profit, then I'm good. So it will internally check that and I say high profit orders. And you can see a new field has been created, high profit order. So we are good. So now let me just add this one to my table and I can see high profit order. So whenever you have more than 1000, let me add. So definitely it will have nulls for the orders having less than $1000. So I can always go to filter and ensure that I only have those orders having profit higher than $1000 by saying it's not blank, apply filter, and here you go. You are not going to find this high profit orders at the data set. It will not be there. Also, this won't work with the slicer. That means if you will try to pull this field to the slicer, the field that we just created, the new measure high profit order, so nothing will happen. Right? So you just cannot create slicer with a measure. To summarize, measure always used as an aggregation. So change on the fly with context, CPU centrics, recalculation after every change in the context, not a part of the data model. Created by using DX formulas. This is the similar stuff. Recalculation after every change in the context. Evaluation context is evaluated, examined, then aggregated, not work with slicer. From the Tableau corner, I think that's the section that I'm really excited about. In this section, I'll compare the similar features of Power BI and Tableau. So if you go to Tableau, with Tableau, you can see when you create a calculation, you can just create a calculation like this. And after that, here you don't have any hard or fast rule. You can create a row level or aggregate level with the same calculation. So you don't create a separate type of calculation for a measure or a calculated column. Both will be a part of your data source. That's the difference. Another difference is there is something called quick table calculation when it comes to Tableau. So like this. This is something which is on the fly. You can create percent difference and all. Right. So that's a one difference that I can see between the two tools when it comes to measures and calculated columns. So yes, to summarize, your columns, these are like permanent. These are like the other columns. You need space. It's like a new room that you want to construct for the guest. So with every change in the context, it will recalculate every time, right? So that's how I try to compare these columns with the house room and measure with the tents. Hope it makes sense. And this is Ritesh signing off from Dancing with Data, क्योंकि data ही दाता है क्या तुमको सब कुछ आता है